Welcome back, my friends, to the Predictive Playbook. I'm your host, John Ryan, and thank you for watching this show from wherever that may be. If you're watching this show, I'm sure you're interested in Major League Baseball because that is the major heading for the free pick of the day. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now with the trading deadline, so be sure with any of your picks, let alone the one that I'm going to present, make sure that come game time that starter, that player, that position player is still on the roster or hasn't been taken out of the lineup due to a pending or potential trade. A perfect example is happening right now, and I still have not gotten confirmation that second baseman Frazier has been traded to the San Diego Padres. So that is out there across all social media and all the Major League Baseball website, ESPN, etc. But I have not been able to confirm that actually has happened. So if anybody would know that and wants to share it as a comment below, then please do. Dialogue is always great on these shows. Even if they're recorded first and then archived, it's always great to do. So there's a lot of trade deadline scenarios going on, a lot of speculation on what teams will or will not do. I think the two biggest ones I'll say right now are the New York Yankees and the Washington Nationals. And what their decisions are going to be. The Yankees, are just not playing consistent baseball. And again, you saw it rear its ugly head again yesterday. The bullpen, gave up an eighth inning that is just unimaginable for a playoff-bound team to make. Granted, it's been occurring with the Dodgers recently and the two giant wins in that series, and also the Yankees did it to the Red Sox in Game 3 of that 4-game series. But the Yankees just have a lot of work to do to plug all the holes in the dam, so to speak. And the Sox 5-run eighth inning yesterday was nothing short of my thoughts were like, how can you go out there and now buy and overpay for what maybe a rental player to do what? Look at the Tampa Bay Rays getting Nelson Cruz. I don't think the roster right now matches up even close to what Tampa Bay and Boston bring to the table there in the AL East. And then you got Toronto, which is a scary team in its own right, kind of like struggling to stay above the Mendoza line here, but they're a dangerous team too that the Yankees must play, and the Yankees must play all three of these teams. And by the way, since the All-Star break, the Baltimore Orioles, who are in the cellar in the AL East, are the best team in baseball right now since the All-Star break, going 6-2 and making $100 better in those 8 games, a nice little profit of, what is it right here, $581, averaging a 145 underdog bet is what you would have gotten betting $100 on the Orioles since the All-Star break. And interesting enough, the worst team, not surprisingly, is the Texas Rangers, 0-7 since the All-Star break. They're on a horrific losing streak of 11 or 12 games. Toronto, like I said, is kind of fledgling along here. 1-4 since the All-Star break, losing $420 for that $100 better, averaging a -145 favorite. So, the news is not all good. Athletics are 3-5 since the break, losing $388 for that $100 better on a 138 favorite wager average. But at the top of the list, we have the Rays, 6-3 in the second spot behind Baltimore. But the line has been so prohibitively on the favorite side that if you bet the Rays at a 6-3 record, you made only $130, which is terrible. If it was even money line, you would have made $300, obviously. So the Rays now have become very expensive in the marketplace and potentially overvalued here as we move ahead. So be careful with them when they're favored over -150. It could end up with a poor result. The Cardinals, who knows what they're going to do? I would have to be sellers if they have anything to sell. That team may have gone 6-3 since the break, but not worth anything beyond that. In fact, they would be probably the biggest fade on the list right now. Tigers are 6-3. The Royals 5-2. Mariners, who are that team in the AL West that somehow could get that second wild card spot. I kid you not. It's been talked about a lot on the Manny's Pub Show Monday through Friday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with my co-host Tony Finn and Rob Vito, Tony Mejia appears Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and a lot of other guys like Steve Merrill, Nick Borman for golf, and a cast of others from Sportsmemo.com like Joe D'Amico, Jesse Scholl, Don Buster, Jimmy Adams, Adam Trigger, and the list goes on and on. So make sure you subscribe so you get notified of the shows. That's why you should subscribe, and plus it helps us quite a bit. Looking at the rest of the data here since the All-Star break, the Red Sox are 5-3, but again they're been a little bit ahead of where I would like to see them in the marketplace. A lot of these games have been 8 of the last 10 have been against the Yankees, 2 of which the other 2 were against Philadelphia, and as a result of having the road and away with the Yankees, their line has basically been right around a -110, but that's because they were playing the overpriced Yankees. So if anything, the Red Sox could be a little bit undervalued, but you're going to have to be careful because the market will adjust now that they're not playing the Yankees. And the Red Sox, I would think, are going to be favored in the majority of their games, and if not all of them, at home for the remainder of the season. So let's take a look at some of the other stuff here I have for the show, and that means that we are going to go to I have to show this first. There's a special that will be coming out later this week at sportsmemo.com. It may be available now to get up to 50% off the $1,200 cost for college football and the NFL season. As you can see, I was ranked number 1 last year at sportsmemo.com with a 65.9% against the spread record, 4 and 5 unit NFL best bets. Those are the plays I give out. I don't go anything over 5 units. I don't believe in game of the month or game of the year. Every game I release should be of that excitement and without the hype. It's discipline. It's a grind over the season, and I've been doing this 27 years now, and I know it works. I just know it works. As you can see, 73.5% the last 35 plays, 25-9 record in 2020 NFL and NCAA football combined. That's basically the playoffs and the bowl season. And right now I'm running a 10-2 and 2 push record in Major League Baseball totals for 83%. Over the weekend, yesterday I went 3-0 with my 3-pack of Major League Baseball totals, and I'll be doing that again today at a price of just $19. So it's like getting 3 for the price of 1, and I'm running hot. So that's a pretty good value in my opinion. So make sure you get over to sportsmemo.com and get on that, or better yet, get 7 days for just $39, that's the cost of 2 of my 4-unit plays at the regular price, and you get 7 days of all access, including PGA, the Olympics, and Major League Baseball. So use that promo code that you see at the bottom of the screen, Ryan7, 7 days for $39. Now back to this show here, and I'm gonna pull up the Major League Baseball graph here. Just takes a little second here on StreamYard, and here we go. We are looking at the Cincinnati Reds versus the Chicago Cubs. The records there I have to change because those are not the correct records. For some reason my database didn't import that, but we know that Cincinnati is 51-48 on this season, and the Cubs are 49-51, 2 games under 500, 9 games back of the division-leading Milwaukee Brewers, and 8 games out of the wild card. They have 3 teams to jump over to win the division, which is very, very unrealistic. That just mathematically speaking, the probability of that happening with the Cubs having to play those 3 teams so often down the stretch here because they're in the same division is just not likely to happen. So I think you will see them become sellers, and this game is one of those that I think the wrong team is clearly not favored. The Reds here should be the team that are favored, and as we'll see on the chart here for the show, you're going to bet on road underdogs, and I still can't believe we're getting Reds and Wade Miley, a left-handed pitcher who has been in outstanding form all season, at a dog price on the road. That I think you'll have a tremendous opportunity here to play this, and just play it like a regular bet. You don't play extra because I'm saying I like it even better than I normally would. It's still the same thing, and I do the exact same amount every single day. So we're going to bet on road underdogs, and our road team is starting an excellent pitcher with a 1.25 or lower whip on the season. The home favorite is batting just 0.225 or lower over the last 5 games and has a .310 on base percentage for the season. This combination of parameters from the database has produced a 46-30 record for 61% winning bets, which doesn't sound really good, but 61% is really good when you factor in the average bet has been a plus 135 underdog spanning the last 5 seasons. That means the $100 bettor who bet $100 on these 76 games has made a profit of over $3,000 and a highly profitable 55% return on investment. So this all means that we're going to bet the Cincinnati Reds tonight. This is a 4-unit play, which is a premium play that my private clients get with their subscriptions for Major League Baseball, the monthly subscriptions, the 7-day access, that promo for $39. You get these plays with this kind of research every single time. So again, Cincinnati Reds, 4-unit play, money line underdog, wager tonight, full game. No first 5. I think the Reds win this game handedly, and we'll get to Kyle Hendricks quite a bit and early on in this matchup. So that'll do it for now for the Major League Baseball free pick and angle of the day. And on behalf of myself, the Predictive Playbook, WagerTalk.com, and Sportsmemo.com, may all the win.